What is going on, ladies and gents? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a fantastic video today. We are playing the Lord of the Rings RtW, and in today's video we are giving you a quick Season 3, Day 3 update on my main account. Okay, and then later I will be doing some streaming before the Super Bowl starts, so happy Saturday to you. Again, here we are partially through Day 3, so let's get a quick look at what's cooking in the kitchen. Okay, I want to start off by looking at my base, which is going to really dictate some of the stuff that I've been killing. So I've been focusing really hard on leveling up my entire base and getting tier 2 Sapper, Urukai burn damage units. Okay, you can see here I've leveled up, well, you can see here I leveled my main hall up to 7 yesterday. Okay, and then overnight I did level up some of my Urukai buildings, and right now I currently have my Uruk headquarters going to level 6 right here. But most importantly, I have unlocked Breaker level 3, which is going to give me tier 2 Sappers. The tier 2 Sappers are going to be somewhere around 30% higher DPS than the tier 2 Pirates. Okay, and they also cost significantly less to train. They cost much lower resources to train. I mean, 2,400 food, 1,800 ore, and 3,300 food. So 2,400 wood, 1,800 ore, 3,300 food. We go to the pirates over here, right? And already we're looking at higher wood, higher ore, and higher food, okay? So these guys, again, the pirates are going to be dealing about 30% lower damage than the tier 2 sappers. So as soon as you can unlock the sappers, the better. They'll be a little bit higher damage and cheaper to train, okay? Which will make myself much more resource efficient, since my sappers are going to be a large part of my damage dealing crew. So right now I actually have 3 armies. I know I said for the first couple days just stick with 2 armies, but I was so excited about Celeborn that I just could not resist getting 3 armies together. I have horseback archers, and I have marksmen, which is the tier 2 version of the sentinels, to go with my great beasts down here. I grabbed great beasts yesterday, which have been fantastic to run with my Celeborn. So I love Celeborn so much that I went against all of my advice to you, and I did grab those unique troops. I don't regret it. I do regret it a little bit. I should be main hall level 8. Unfortunately, since I spent probably about 400,000 resources on those unique troop buildings, I'm not quite there yet. But that's okay. So Celeborn is interesting. We'll talk about him real quick. Check this out. So this is the 22 Celeborn, right? He's performing pretty well. When I compare him against my Kieran report later, you're going to see that he's performing just as good as, if not better than, my level 29 Kieran, okay? And that's because Celeborn has fantastic damage output early in the fight, which you guys have seen me talk about a few times. I'm not going to go into my specific build and everything yet. Stay tuned for my Celeborn PvP video after that, okay? But for right now, check out this round 1 and round 2 damage synergy between my cavalry archers and the great beasts. So here in the pre-battle phase, I get 45% bonus damage, okay, from that, and then I get 12% bonus damage from Deadeye. So now I'm up to a 57% bonus damage to my archers. My cavalry archers here, again, keep in mind I'm level 21 in this, right, or 22. Almost 15,000 damage output. That's pretty substantial. Okay, and then here we go towards the end of round 1. Now my units are going to get the Wild Yell bonus from the Great Beasts. So now they're going to get an additional 20% damage bonus from Great Beasts. Almost 16,000 damage, guys. Absolutely fantastic, considering I'm using tier 2 troops with a low-level commander and very little command, okay? I have 1,500 of these archers. So I just want you to stay tuned. We're going to do some really, really cool stuff with Celeborn. He's fast becoming one of my favorite commanders. Because check it out. Oh, here's another one. Same type of deal. Check it out. This Kieran report. Kieran's, you know what, doing just as good. His fight's going on longer because his units are putting out less damage. And he's got 8 more command, plus his leader ability is 5 additional command. So he has like 13 more command than my Celeborn. Alright, let's check it out. So yeah, my pirates, my pikemen, and my brutes all combined dealt a little bit less damage than Celeborn's cavalry archers. Okay, so that's cool. I just wanted to show you guys that. If you do have Celeborn, try leveling him up. Sorry for my camera shaking. I'm adjusting my tripod. It got stuck on my belly button. It's early. I haven't had my coffee yet. Sorry if my voice is cracking here. So we've got that guy cooking. I've just got Celeborn at a fort far from my base. I've split up my troops, right? I have some troops here, some troops at a different fort, and some troops at my home base. That way I'm able to sweep effectively with 2 armies at once, and it's really been beneficial for me because it's easy to lose targets to kill when you're trying to sweep multiple commanders from one location. So what I recommend, get a few forts distance from each other and start sweeping these different areas with your commanders. That way you're able to be effective in your sweeping and not be stuck. Like right now, I can't find anything. Somebody killed all the mobs. It's probably me. Oh man. Alright. Okay. Well, listen. Let me jump to my next portion of this video. We'll kill this little 15 here. Let me jump to the next portion of this video here. So actually, in my troop and commander settings right now, I got Witch King up at level 37. Like I showed you before, I was able to capture the Great Pens. And then I've captured a few 200 power tiles. I actually captured the Great Pens and the first 200 power tile before I unlocked the sappers. But I will say, after unlocking the sappers, it's been much easier to capture my second 200 power tile. Let me actually pull those up and see if I can show you the comparison. So here is the second time I captured the 200 power tile. Okay, you can see I definitely took some losses, but you can also definitely see here that my sappers had much higher damage output than the pirates. Okay, this was an extreme. Like I said, they should be about 30% higher damage. Okay. There's a little bit of a closer comparison for you. So it just depends on the RNG. Sometimes I get multiple max damage triggers on one unit and not the other. Okay, but I've also been spending a lot of time attacking ruins. If you attack ruins, they give phenomenal EXP. They give about 37,000 EXP every time you attack a ruin. And they're fairly decent armies, but they're barely any stronger than the sweeping armies. So, yeah, if you have a low level 20 commander, don't hit these. You're going to lose a whole march because you're attacking 2 targets back-to-back that are of a decent strength. But once you're up in the 30s, you can definitely hit these types of targets. That would be my advice for you. Is this regenerated? This is regenerated. Why don't I hit this on my Kieran just so you can see what that looks like? So I got the Witch King up to level 37. I'm really enjoying him. He's having a lot of fun. Kieran, of course, my main sweeping bay. He's been sweeping non-stop. I recently switched out my high defense chest to this Great Plate of the East because it has 5 HP. Oops, I didn't circle it. It has 5 HP for my evil men units, and it reduces the damage they take by 20% for the first 2 damages received, which is very nice. Okay, so I'm liking Kieran. He's definitely one of my favorites this season. Since I started Variag start with the evil men units, Kieran's been a natural, plug and play for that. Last season he wasn't my go-to, just because I had different types of units, right? Gothmog was good for my orc units. So here you can see Gandalf. I have at level 31. I've kind of put him on the back burner to Celeborn. I actually have most of Gandalf's army up with Celeborn, right? Gandalf was using the cavalry archers before. Now I have Gandalf on the sidelines. I'm going to be alternating Kieran's army over to Gandalf back and forth as I drain Kieran's stamina. So Gandalf probably should be in the mid-30s by now, but I slowed down with him yesterday and focused on Celeborn. Dwalin as well. I like Dwalin, but he starts to drop off compared to some of these other high damage output or high crowd control commanders. Dwalin, of course, has great damage and heals, and I'll keep using him. But somewhere around level 35, I'm going to stop using him for PvE and sweeping, and I'll probably be primarily using him for PvP after that, once I start leveling up more. But around level 35, his lack of crowd control really starts to come into play. You really want the crowd control from these kind of commanders. Okay, and Celeborn doesn't have the crowd control, right? But Celeborn has enormous damage mitigation potential and enormous damage output. Whereas Dwalin has okay damage mitigation, okay damage output, and good healing. So, no complaints. I like Dwalin. I just am deciding to put him on the back burner, okay? Just so you know where I'm at. So there you go. Kieran just came in hot and heavy and cleared that ruins. Pretty straightforward there. Good experience for Kieran, as you can see. So like I said, once you get into this level 30 range, it's fairly easy to go through. I mean, yeah, I took a few hundred losses, but for that level of EXP, it's definitely worth it, okay? So once you hit the 30s, make sure you're clearing ruins. Even at the mid-20s, make sure your main commander's hitting ruins. I'm about to capture this freaking thing. I might as well capture it right now and then release it. Sharku, you're getting an upgrade today, baby. Sharku's getting an upgrade today. Here we go. Oh, well, all right. I don't have any troops to put on Sharku. Alright, let's go capture this thing. Why not? Oh my goodness, I have my territory limit. Okay. I'm not going to capture that right now. Never mind. My territory is clearly maxed out. I need to do something about that. I need to start dropping more of my 90 power tiles. So we'll be doing that in a minute. Let's see here. So yeah, I still have a good bit of 90s. I'll drop a bunch of these right now. And that'll just be, the king will go and start capping some more tiles pretty soon. You know what, we'll just do 4 tiles to start, okay? So make sure you're dropping your tiles as you move forward. That way you're able to really do a whole lot of progression and keeping your power up. On the overall power rankings, Fish Wizard is still in the lead. He's doing a great job. I'm down to rank 14. I've been focusing on getting my buildings up. I have good enough resource income right now. So I'm going to grab my tier 3 alchemist is where I'm pushing for next. Once I have my tier 3 alchemist, I'm going to really be pushing hard to capture a lot more power per hour for my productivity and get my resource production up as well. But for right now, having these couple critical 200s that I can gather on, right, because you gather, like, check this out, you gather way more on a 200 than you do on a 130. So to gather on this 130, I'd get 33,000. If I gather on this 200, right, I'm going to get 48,000. So it's almost a 50% increase. Okay, almost a 50% increase in your gathering input when you gather on a 200 versus the 130. So very, very nice there. I highly recommend that you push for at least one critical 30 that's either stone or iron ore. That way you have no issues in keeping up resources for your building production. Okay, super duper key, and that's that. All right. So I mean, what else you guys want to see? That's it, right? Let's go. How about you give me the like and sub if you felt this video was enjoyable. I'll be doing some streaming later, like I said, so tune into that. If I miss you at the streaming, I hope you have a great Sunday and a great Super Bowl. I love you all a long time. Where is the off button? This phone, the off button turns transparent when so it doesn't get in the way of the stream, but I can't ever find it. Okay, Randy out.